All right, aloha. It's day 4, and today we're going to be doing a practice called root. And we're going to be using see, hear, feel out as a grounding technique. So I invite you to do this pretty much anywhere. You can do it indoors, outdoors. It doesn't matter because we're going to be incorporating the external environment into the meditation. And just for fun, and I've been doing this the last few days, I actually just did yoga with Adrienne. She has a theme of center for one of her 30-day yoga challenges, and it's the same theme of root. So I did that prior to this meditation, kind of to set it up and kind of get centered. Before the meditation, it sometimes helps to do the yoga first, or you can do it either order, or you can just do the mindfulness if that strikes you best. So look forward to seeing you there. All right, let's get going then. Day 4, root. With that, I invite you to get into your normal posture or whatever posture suits you best for today. And you can be sitting anywhere from in your car to outside or inside. It doesn't matter. We're going to be using the external environment as I mentioned in the intro. So let's go ahead and get settled in and stretch up and relax. Wherever you're at, we'll take a few deep breaths just to get going a little bit. Just at your own pace, 2 or 3 deep breaths. And with that, if you haven't closed your eyes already, you can close your eyes now or leave them with a soft gaze over the tip of your nose. Maybe we'll just start with grounding. Let's start with what we feel externally, not necessarily our emotions, but everything else that we can feel. So maybe you can feel your hands on your lap. If your feet are on the ground, or maybe your bum is on a cushion. And we're just gonna go into that feel sensation wherever something draws our attention or wherever we want to choose to place our attention, but definitely in something solid. Look for something solid that we can really get a sense of in the feel category, so that external feel. So just do that right now and let's not pay attention to anything we hear or think or images that arise. We're just focusing on feel. What do we feel? Is there some solid sensation in or around my body? It's good and solid. And then just train your attention there, your awareness, and get interested in it and kind of sink into whatever that sensation is, into the finest detail that you can discern with your attention deeply. And this time we'll try and just stay with that wherever it is. And you can apply the label feel if you like. Just gently repeat in your head or out loud if you like. Feel. Just kind of as a scaffolding to hold you and your attention on whatever your chosen sensation is. Just stick there with it. whatever it is, we're just observing. Feel. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and let that go and transition to here. We're going to focus on the here out, which is the external environment. So just listen around the room or maybe outside of the room. You know, for example, I have sounds like somebody heavy machinery periodically backing up, beeping. And I'm just going to kind of dial into that. Notice the nuance of that particular sound, the pulse of it, the increase and decrease in volume, the particular tone it is, and just listen closely, intently, and hear as much detail as I can. And if it stops, I listen to the silence, to where that sound was until it starts again. And I'm just grounding my attention out to that particular sound. And you may have something completely different, but just pick some kind of noise, intermittent, passing by, or constant. And you can listen to it intently. Even if it's intermittent, you keep your attention there during the space, the quiet, the intermittent. It's part of the soundscape that you're exploring. Maybe there's a lot of competing noises. I've got barking dogs, cars driving by, sirens, and amidst all of that in the background, there's this beeping of the backing up that I originally was listening to. We just turn our attention towards the beeping or whatever our chosen thing and know the challenge and the strength in building concentration of hearing just that beeping amongst all the other things is strengthening our concentrations to maintain that. And whatever you're listening to or you're hearing, we'll go ahead and let that go. And with that, we're still going, but we're going to move to the C category and the C out category. So if you haven't already, you can open your eyes and look around and see what's available for us to see within the C category of our sensory experience. And there might be a whole variety, a host of things available, including me up here or some of the background of the screen. Or something within the room, and you just pick an object. And just like we did with the sound, that one sound amongst all the other sounds, we're going to pick one particular object out of all the other objects and dial our sensory experience into that and focus and concentrate on that and try and get interested into it. So if it's a wall, you're looking at the texture and the ripples. A window, it's the detail of the paint. Whatever factors make that interesting, you just dial into it and focus with the C. And you can use the label C to help structure it. and keep you focused in that external C. There may be lots of distractions, thoughts, internal, external, but we're just all allowing that to go to the background as we dial in our concentration onto that one thing that we can see. And we get interested in it, the details of it, the outline of it, the internal texture, shape, anything that draws your attention, and look deeply into it. Try and get clear about the details of it. And it's all right if your mind starts to wander or things distract you. That's perfectly normal. We just acknowledge, recognize, and return back to our objective focus, whatever your chosen object is in this case. And what I want to do is let that go. And then one more time, if you can, close your eyes and return back to the original thing that you were focused on feeling, if that's still available to you, or any other solid felt sense that you have, whether it's your bum on the seat of the chair, your feet on the floor, your hands in your lap, or if you're lying back, your head on the pillow. And we'll just spend the last few minutes trying to deeply connect with that sensation. What does that feel like? How is that feel sensation arising? And interested in all the details, any aspect of it that we can discern to the finest little detail, how that feels, grounding into whatever that is. Just continuously returning your attention to it anytime it wanders. The more detail, the richer the experience and the sensation, the easier it is to maintain awareness of it and concentration on it. That helps us build our equanimity. All right. And we'll just let that go. Maybe take a 1 or 2 deep breaths at your own pace. And we can go ahead and open our eyes and we'll end it there. So that was root, see, hear, feel out grounding technique. I hope it served you well. It'll always be available on the YouTube channel. And I didn't know if you noticed or how much it'll pick up. There was a lot going on in the environment around me, but ability to return my attention back to the object of focus, whether it was see out, hear out, or feel out, was strengthened every time I noticed that I was distracted and brought it back. And that is like doing a rep at the gym, right? You're strengthening your mental capacity to maintain focus and concentration on what you deem is relevant in the moment, despite all the distractions. We're strengthening that every time we notice our attention has wandered and return it back to where we want it. So with that, I thank you for joining me again for day 4 and look forward. We'll see you tomorrow on day 5. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. We'll see you then.